Hello lovely viewers, and welcome to my The Bold and the Beautiful News official YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. The shocking truth behind Ridge and Taylor's reunion is finally exposed. Fans have speculated for months. The romantic reunion between Ridge Forrester and Dr. Taylor Hayes seemed picture perfect. Two soulmates reunited after decades of back-and-forth heartbreak. But what if it was all a lie? What if Ridge wasn't with Taylor out of love, but out of guilt? Out of obligation? Out of fear that her broken heart, literally, could kill her? The moment that broke Taylor. It all began the day Ridge left Taylor at the altar, again, for Brooke. Taylor collapsed minutes later. At first, doctors believed it was a panic attack. But it was far more serious. Taylor had developed stress-induced cardiomyopathy, commonly known as broken heart syndrome. Her heart had literally started failing from emotional trauma. Finn delivered the diagnosis to Ridge. This wasn't just sadness. This was life-threatening. Ridge was stunned. The woman he'd known since the early 90s had nearly died, because of him. Guilt over love, the first lie. Ridge visited Taylor's hospital bedside every day. He held her hand. He promised he'd always be there. But when Steffi walked in on Ridge whispering, "I won't let you die on me," a seed of doubt was planted. Was this love, or fear? When Taylor finally opened her eyes, Ridge was there. And so was a lie. "You're the only woman I've ever loved," he whispered. But the audience saw what he didn't say. His eyes drifted toward the hallway where Brooke stood. Brooke's suspicions, and her ultimatum. Brooke wasn't fooled. She'd seen Ridge run back to Taylor like a man chased by demons, not one running toward love. She confronted Ridge at the Forrester estate. "You're not with her because you want her. You're with her because she almost died." Ridge snapped, "Don't reduce my choices to guilt." But Brooke stood firm. "Then prove me wrong. Tell her the truth. Tell her what you told me. That you still love me." The secret confession to Eric. Ridge couldn't admit it to Taylor. He couldn't say it out loud. But he did tell one person, his father. Over brandy in the Forrester study, Ridge poured out the truth. "I love Taylor. But not in the way she thinks. I can't hurt her again, Dad." Her heart literally broke. "I'm the reason." Eric warned him. "Staying with someone out of guilt is worse than leaving. She'll feel it eventually. Women always do." The Forrester children divided. Steffi was thrilled her parents were back together. She pushed for wedding plans. "You've always been her soulmate, Dad." But Thomas saw something different. He watched Ridge withdraw every time Taylor smiled too brightly. He noticed his father dodge affection. And he finally said it out loud to Steffi. "He's faking it." Steffi refused to believe it, until she overheard Ridge on the phone with Brooke, whispering, "I can't stop thinking about you." Taylor's second collapse, the wake-up call. The stress of hiding the truth ate away at Ridge. But before he could come clean, it happened again. Taylor fainted during a family dinner. She was rushed to the hospital. Her heart was in distress again. And this time, Finn said the words Ridge had been dreading. "If she goes through another emotional shock, she might not make it." That night, Ridge sat alone, staring at Taylor's monitors. And he whispered, broken, "I don't love you the way I should. But I need you to live." Brooke's final goodbye, or is it? Brooke, tired of being the second choice, cornered Ridge at Il Giardino. "If you can't be honest with her, then don't come crawling back to me." Ridge pleaded. "I'm trying to do the right thing." Brooke replied. "Then do the right thing for you. Not out of pity. Not out of fear. But for love." Then she left, leaving Ridge standing in the same spot he'd proposed to her a year ago. The love triangle implosion. Word began to spread. Donna told Katie. Katie told Carter. Carter told Thomas. And before long, even Steffi realized the truth. Dad is staying with Mom to keep her alive, not because he's in love. The wedding was postponed. The invitations were called. And Taylor? She demanded the truth. The explosive confession. It happened in the Forrester living room. Everyone was there: Steffi, Thomas, Eric, Brooke, Hope, and even Finn. Taylor looked Ridge in the eyes and asked, "Why are you really with me?" And Ridge, unable to keep lying, said the words that shattered everything. "Just because of your broken heart syndrome." Gasps. Screams. Taylor's tears fell immediately. "So I'm a charity case?" "No. You're the mother of my children. You're my friend. And I was so scared of losing you." Taylor whispered. "You already did." Taylor's escape and Brooke's return. Taylor left that night. No word. No location. Just a voicemail to Steffi. "I need to go somewhere my heart can heal." And with Taylor gone, Ridge finally returned to Brooke. But this time, Brooke didn't open her arms. "You have to choose me out of love. Not grief. Not relief. Not fear." Ridge replied. "Then let me earn you again." Eric's health crisis, another shocker. Just when Ridge thought he could fix things, Eric collapsed at a Forrester board meeting. The patriarch was diagnosed with a rare neurological condition. Ridge was thrust into the role of CEO and caregiver. The emotional weight cracked him. "I've lost Taylor. I'm losing Dad. And I'm not sure if I ever truly had you, Brooke." Brooke took his hand. "Then fight for what's real. Fight for us." The return of Taylor, and a new man? Months passed. Ridge and Brooke began a slow, honest rekindling. Hope and Thomas reunited. Steffi focused on her family. But then, Taylor returned. Only this time, she wasn't alone. She walked into the Forrester office in heels, sunglasses, and holding the hand of none other than Jack Marone. "Meet the man who helped me heal." Ridge turned white. "You're with him? You were never really with me." The closure. In a quiet moment, Taylor and Ridge sat alone at the Cliff House. No more lies. No more pretenses. Taylor smiled sadly. "I would have rather had the truth than a love built on fear." Ridge kissed her forehead. "I'll always care. But I'm finally going to let go." Taylor walked away. And Ridge turned toward the ocean, knowing the chapter had finally closed. The aftermath. The truth about broken heart syndrome didn't just alter Ridge and Taylor's relationship, it redefined every love story on The Bold and the Beautiful. Guilt-driven romance. Medical heartbreak. Emotional trauma. And the lesson? Love can't survive on guilt. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the coming 2 weeks, July 7th to July 18th, reveal that Deacon Sharp will get some horrifying Sheila Sharp news while Liam Spencer faces a medical twist. Bill Spencer's guilt is also on the way, so let's talk about what's in store. During the week of July 7th to 11th, Sheila and Luna Nozawa's struggle over the gun will end with a shot fired. It'll be Sheila who takes Luna's first pellet, but more are on the way. Steffi Forrester will reel as Luna makes some other wild moves, which will leave fresh lives at threat. There'll be 2 further firing victims to go on with Sheila soon enough. Liam should end up seriously injured, and there'll be a 3rd Riddle victim who does down as well. Formerly all 3 victims are rushed to the sanitarium. Grace Buckingham, Lee Finnegan and Bridget Forrester will all end up in the operating room hard at work. Still, 1 victim isn't going to make it out of surgery alive, so some grim news will be delivered sooner or laterly. In the meantime, Carter Walton will make a pledge to Hope Logan. Although Carter will covenant to be the stylish stepdad he can conceivably be to Beth Spencer, he'll suppose it's important for Liam to stay in daddy mode for as long as possible. Carter and Hope will ultimately get updates on Liam's rearmost medical extremity, so they should rush to the sanitarium along with other people who watch about him. Bill will face tons of counter-reaction over Luna's amnesty, but what'll really count to him in that moment will be seeing his son. A tough discovery will be made about Liam, so it sounds like Bill and others at the sanitarium will find out about his inoperable brain excrescence. Bill may eventually sit by Liam's bedside and cry over how sorry he's about Luna's deranged jest. Since Bill's the bone who got Luna out of the slammer, he'll worry his conduct are going to rush Liam into the grave. Still, there are some new suggestions to suggest that Grace may be lying about the inflexibility of Liam's condition. All those capsules Liam's been popping could be what's making him feel so sick, so there'll be a deeper riddle to unravel involving Grace's motives. Over with Poppy Nozawa, she'll make a bold protestation and stick to it. Poppy will catch Lee off guard with her statement, so it'll be intriguing to see what all that's about. As for the casualty that's coming up, will it be Sheila who draws her last breath or someone differently? We know Liam and Luna will still be raising in September thanks to a script leak, so they'll survive what's ahead. Of course, it's possible Luna's demise could be faked if Lee decides to hold her interned rather than transferring her back to captivity where she might escape. Anyhow, there'll be further drama passing during the week of July 14th to 18th as further people hear about the rearmost Luna failure and the firing victims. Whether Sheila lives or dies, Deacon will be frightened over everything that's gone down. Plus, Grace's implicit drugging plot could deteriorate as further questions are raised about Liam's terminal illness. It feels like BNB's structure toward a twist where it'll come out that Liam isn't dying after all. The show has some special occurrences in Naples and Capri that'll begin raising by the end of the month. It should be time to start paving the way for them soon, so Nick Marone may push Brooke Logan to come on an Italy adventure. There may be some Forrester business passing in Italy too, since Eric Forrester and Ridge Forrester will also plan to fly there before July is over. Taylor Hayes had better enjoy this engagement while she can, since Ridge will be reuniting with Brooke in the not-too-distant future. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say the coming 2 weeks will bring some highs and lows, so stay tuned. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that for a lot of suckers, they just want it to all make sense. Now that Nick is back in this fictional city of Los Angeles, a lot of observers of the show are curious over how effects are going to change for Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor. The bold and the beautiful spoilers: this is how Nick is changing effects. It seems like Nick is only back to remind Ridge of Brooke's request value. Sure, Ridge might be jealous right now that Brooke is getting attention from her old honey, but that doesn't mean the two of them are going to get together anytime soon. Because at the end of the day, Ridge has made it clear that he doesn't want Brooke. With Nick in the picture, he's just going to make Brooke feel indeed worse about herself and further confused than ever. As our compendiums can imagine, the internet clearly did have a lot to say about the matter. Read this, find out what happened on the last occasion of BNB. Some have indeed reflected with, "I'm loving Nick's return, and I set up myself doom scrolling while Steffi and RB had boring exchanges and tuning back in when Nick was on screen. He outplays them all. May he continue to make Ridge uncomfortable by calling him out on his crap and reminding Brooke to get out of the gutter. I'll also accept a Nick, Deacon, Bill fellowship and all the mischief they would make." The bold and the beautiful spoilers: what's next for Brooke Logan? Another addict of the show wrote, "I know Jack Wagner is supposed to only be on briefly, but he more come back full time cause this show desperately needs his return." When he complimented Ridge on being back with Taylor, I chortled. And also there was this comment as well: "I agree. Bad enough we've to deal that reheated meatloaf that's Taylor versus Brooke. Now they add further fogey sauce. Nick? Are Nick and Ridge the only men in LA? Have Nick or Ridge ever conceded Massimo's death? I know the actor passed down numerous times agone. Did they write the character's death into the plot? Of course, BNB suckers will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will be next. The bold and the beautiful charade weekdays on the CBS network. Check your original rosters for times. In the meantime, let us know what you suppose by leaving us a line with your studies in our commentary section below. We always look forward to the weekend spoilers that we get from the bold and the beautiful. Indeed, if they're just going to make us want to scream at Brooke and Taylor, OMG. Ridge isn't all that or a bag of chips. But the teasers that we entered this week were coming position crazy. Not only did they reveal that shots are fired, but someone dies. Who gets shot? We should have seen it coming, we suppose. However, it's been a sun deck of, like, if Luna's been playing with a full sun deck. She's come a broken record. The only song it knows how to play is Daddy. 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 And on the B-side, a little song called It's All Steffi's Fault. The lunatic bought a gun, confidant Remy tutored her how to use it, and the week of July 7th, that detector's getting pulled, not one, not two but 3 times. By Friday, the surgical sect of the sanitarium is in full swing, and before the end of the occasion, we'll learn that someone is deader than dead. Is this the end of Luna? Whether Finn's newfound son emerges from the shootout with a palpitation, it still looks like this is going to be the last of Luna, at least for a while. BOMBSHELL got her paroled for not 1 but 2 murders and the tried murder of Steffi. But indeed Granny Sheila could tell Luna that once you go on a full-on rage, you're due for a time as Chul, whether behind bars or hiding nearly far from LA. Does Liam die? Bold and Beautiful could be pulling a fast bone on us and making us suppose that Luna, Sheila, or Steffi is going to protest the pale when it's really Liam who's being killed. He does, after all, have an inoperable brain tumor. However, the ramifications would be far-reaching if it's he who croaks. No way would the show bump off Steffi, who calls the front burner home and whose portrayer is about to go on motherliness leaves. And it would be silly for the day drama to kill Sheila after faking her death just last time and also deciding to rewrite the sanguine maniac as a mild-mannered pizzeria waitress. The next 2 weeks on The Bold and the Beautiful, July 7th to 18th, will be nothing short of explosive, literally. We're talking guns, grief, and guilt, with one shocking fatality, a twisted medical scandal, a wild European romance, and a killer on the run. And somehow, Sheila Carter might not be the worst person in the room. Luna's gun goes boom boom boom. Forget Paris. Forget fashion. Forget Forrester. The only thing anyone's talking about now is Luna Nozawa and her descent into soap opera hell. She was supposed to be a fresh face at Forrester. Sweet. Kind. Bright. But something happened. Her obsession with vengeance, fueled by paranoia, trauma, and one very sketchy friend named Remy, turned Luna into the next generation's most unhinged anti-heroine. On July 7th, the moment we've all feared arrives. Luna pulls the trigger. And not once, not twice, but 3 times. Pistol victim number 1, Sheila Sharp Carter. Yes, Sheila takes the first bullet, ironically while trying to stop Luna from committing murder. After all her years of violence, Sheila dies trying to protect someone else? The irony is Shakespearean. But will it be her final curtain call? Pistol victim number 2, Liam Spencer. In a tragic twist, Liam, already grappling with a supposed inoperable brain tumor, gets shot while trying to save Steffi. His condition worsens dramatically, or does it? Pistol victim number 3? A mysterious third gunshot victim is rushed to the hospital. Theories range from Remy to Poppy to Ms. Dillon, but the body count is ticking. Surgery and secrets, who dies on the table? Enter the surgical dream team, Lee Finnegan, Bridget Forrester, and the ever-mysterious Grace Buckingham. 3 bodies arrive. Only 2 will leave alive. Spoilers tease, 1 patient doesn't make it out of surgery alive. Hospital who will die? Sheila? Strong possibility. Her redemptive moment and past sins may have earned her a poetic death. Liam? Everyone's crying, praying, panicking. But script leaks say he's alive in September. The mystery victim? Cannon fodder. Dramatic, but not showbreaking. A prime candidate for the big death if the writers don't have the guts to axe a lead. Liam's medical twist, faked brain tumor? The inoperable brain tumor plot always felt off. Now we know why. New spoilers tease Grace Buckingham may be drugging Liam and faking his scans. Why? To keep hope with Carter? To manipulate hospital access or research funding? Whatever the reason, Liam's near-death gunshot wound may finally expose the truth. With Bridget reviewing his medical files, the stage is set for a shocking revelation. Liam may not be dying at all. Carter's promise, Hope's choice. While Liam bleeds, Carter Walton makes his move. He vows to be a loving, committed stepfather to Beth Spencer. And while hope is touched, her mind is clearly elsewhere, namely with the man in the hospital bed. With Liam's diagnosis potentially fake, a love triangle explodes. Carter, secure, safe, loyal. Liam, chaotic, passionate, possibly deceived. Hope, stuck in the middle, again. Which man will win her heart this time? Bill's breakdown, Luna's pardon haunts him. Bill Spencer has made bad decisions before. But pardoning Luna after she killed 2 men and tried to kill Steffi? Worst call ever. Now, with Liam on the brink of death, Bill faces backlash from Steffi, Finn, Poppy. Everyone, really. His only focus, making amends with his son. In a tearful hospital scene, Bill whispers, "If you die because of me, I'll never forgive myself." Poppy versus Lee, a family fracture. Poppy makes a bold declaration that stuns Lee. Could she be defending Luna? Admitting she lied about Luna's paternity? Revealing she helped Luna escape after the shootings? Either way, their sisterly bond is shattered. Expect a screaming match in the hospital corridor that ends with Poppy slapped or shoved. Classic. Deacon's devastation, goodbye, Sheila? If Sheila dies on the table, Deacon Sharp will be crushed. Spoilers say Deacon receives horrifying news and crumbles in grief. After all the redemption arcs, the pizzeria dreams, the romance, Sheila dies protecting someone, and Deacon has to live with that. Will this push Deacon back into darkness? Or will he become Luna's next unlikely savior, seeking forgiveness through redemption? Luna's future, prison or presumed dead? Despite 3 gunshot victims, Luna Nozawa survives. We know she appears in September episodes. But how? Possible outcomes. Lee fakes her death and hides her in a clinic, as she did with Finn. She flees the country. She's committed to a mental institution. She turns herself in and faces trial. Either way, Luna's career, reputation, and family ties are scorched. B&B hits Italy, Brooke, Ridge, and Nick? By mid-July, the drama shifts to Naples and Capri for a series of special episodes featuring Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, Nick Marone.